But first today, the Federal Agricultural Minister Barnaby Joyce is under pressure over his involvement in the long-running and bitter legal dispute between billionaire miner Gina Rinehart and her children. Back in 2011, Mr Joyce wrote an email to one of Mrs Rinehart's daughters, Hope. It was sent from his government email address, and a judge has found that it was an attempt to persuade her to drop the legal action against her mother. That legal action succeeded yesterday, with a judge appointing Bianca Rinehart as trustee of the family's multi-billion-dollar trust. But now Gina Rinehart's son, John Hancock, has called Barnaby Joyce's intervention extraordinary and dangerous. From Canberra, Peter Donald reports.
With a $14 billion fortune, Gina Rinehart has again topped the BRW rich list. But in the New South Wales Supreme Court yesterday, she had a loss. After a bitter 3.5-year legal dispute, Gina Rinehart's daughter Bianca has been given control of the family's multi-billion-dollar family trust. 3 of Gina Rinehart's children launched the case against her in 2011, but the youngest, Hope Welker, settled in 2013 for $45 million because of the high degree of stress the litigation was causing her. In his judgment, Justice Paul Brereton refers to the involvement of the government minister, Barnaby Joyce.
On 11 September, Senator Barnaby Joyce sent Hope an email calculated to dissuade her from continuing the litigation.
It was part of the pressure, he says, that was exerted on Hope Welker.
I have never seen such pressure exerted so persistently on a litigant, as has been apparent in this case.
One of the children, John Hancock, spoke to Radio National.
It's been incredible, the people that have come out and these senior politicians commenting on things that they either knew nothing about or have been manipulated to write to my younger sister. Barnaby Joyce didn't have Hope's email, and as an accountant he should know that the only way to replace a trustee is through court action and a judge's order. You can't have a replacement trustee through negotiation or behind closed doors, as he put to my sister.
He told RN's Cheryl Bagwell the minister's email to his sister was wrong.
Well, coming from his government email, I just think it's extraordinary. And this character sits 3 chairs down from our Prime Minister. I think it's nothing short of dangerous, and I would want to see exactly what communications he had prior to sending this email to Hope.
Why do you think that he did intervene in this manner?
This is a question that only Barnaby can answer, and when you see the findings of my mother's conduct, questions need to be raised on why he decided to get involved in this.
There's no doubt the Minister Barnaby Joyce and Gina Rinehart are close friends, with Ms Rinehart appearing at his election night victory party in Tamworth at the last election. This was Mr Joyce on election night.
And we should also be prepared to stand next to our mates, because I'm a person who believes that the Australian mateship quality is alive and well. And Gina, I've always said, I've never been ashamed. Gina is a great friend of mine. I'm a good mate of Gina's. She's got an Australian company which employs Australian people, which pays tax in this nation, and I'm so proud. We need lots of Gina Rineharts, not one.
Labor says the email he sent to Gina Rinehart's daughter Hope from his government email address was inappropriate. Labor's agriculture spokesman Joel Fitzgibbon.
Well, people can come to their own conclusions as to why Barnaby Joyce would act on Gina Rinehart's behalf in this way. He must have surely known there were risks involved here in terms of his own reputation, because it was quite clear that he wasn't acting in the interest of the beneficiaries. His interest should be paramount, but he was acting in the interest of Gina Rinehart. So I think it's fair the Prime Minister ask, what is that relationship all about?
And are you saying that the government is too close to Gina Rinehart?
Well, I'm simply saying that when a very wealthy person can pick up the phone to a senior politician and have them write and involve themselves in what is a fairly important court case in a way which suggests he's acting not in the interest of beneficiaries, but rather in the interest of Gina Rinehart, it's a fairly extraordinary event.
Barnaby Joyce declined an offer for an interview. A spokesman says his email in 2011 had encouraged members of the Rinehart family to try to resolve the dispute to keep it in-house and out of public view. He says it would be a paradox now to comment publicly.
Peter Donald reporting.